Greetings and welcome back to the Parade Quartets. We are here on another Sunday, and I'll tell you what, this is every Sunday is beautiful because it's the day that the Lord has made. But we are here, and if you don't know it, we record on the Mondays before the Sunday. So we haven't talked about the elections. Last week we talked about being unified, or just going back to unity and spirit of being in the spirit of unity. And we came in talking about that last Sunday, not knowing who was going to win the race for presidency, but it was something that we felt that a message that needed to go out.
That's right.
This week we have with us Senator Harold Jones, and we want to talk about really what happened and where we are as a state here in Georgia, and even over in Carolina, what happened.
Right. Absolutely. Well, it was a good day for Georgia. Last week was great. Also great for Augusta. Put it in perspective, Augusta had record turnout. Of course, Joe Biden was able to win Georgia. It looks like about 10,000 votes right now, so that's huge. I think it's been 28 years since we won a presidency in Georgia. So that was really big. And so obviously Georgia's kind of trying to change, but we also have two big elections that are still coming up, the runoffs that are coming up. And also let's don't forget that we did elect the district attorney. Jared Williams won, first African-American district attorney in the history of the Augusta Judicial Circuit. So it was a really good week, really good night.
So you're talking about another election that's coming up, the U.S. Senate race on both sides. Every state has two senators, U.S. And we've got a runoff coming up for both Senate seats. So explain that to everyone, how that works.
Right, exactly. So you have a runoff. If you don't get 50 plus 1, then you actually have a runoff. And both of those particular races, the top two vote getters then are in the runoff. And so you have a runoff, and they're both going to be, in January. And it's unusual because normally your Senate seats are staggered. But this time, because the way they're lined up, because you have one person resigning, they're going to be both at the same time. Yeah. So, and it also will mandate, or also will decide which party controls the United States Senate. So that's huge. So Georgia's going to be ground zero for a lot of political action. So you can't get tired of those political ads yet, because they're going to keep on coming. You got to wait a little bit longer, but don't forget to go vote too.
Christmas with them.
Yeah.
We'll be through Christmas and New Year's, because the election is going to be January the 5th, I believe.
That's right.
Right. So prepare yourself, get ready to do your early voting, get ready to do your absentees, and vote for one of the 4 candidates that we have coming forward to put themselves up and offer themselves as a public servant. So as Senator Jones just said, don't get tired of those ads right now, because they're going to come harder than they were before Christmas and before Thanksgiving.
That's right, no doubt, absolutely. It's going to be exciting time. The fact that Georgia, is purple or blue, and the fact that we have these contested elections, which control the Senate. One thing that persons ought to realize when you're talking about having control of the Senate, it could open up to have a new Voting Rights Act. The Voting Rights Act has expired, and the Supreme Court said, before we can do certain things as far as voting is concerned, you've got to pass a new Voting Rights Act. And basically we do not have one. And so having the House and having the Senate could possibly do that. So that's one thing to keep in mind.
That would be huge.
Yes.
That would be, very huge. So explain, we got just a short amount of time left, but explain to everyone what it means when a state turns blue, or what it means when a state is red. Explain that, so everyone, trying to make sure everyone understands that.
Yeah, for whatever reason, we have the red represents more Republican and blue represents more Democrat. So, at this point in time with Joe Biden winning Georgia, it makes it sort of like a blue state. But, we still got a lot of work to do, because in 2 years we have governor's races. And then, of course, we also have a lot of state Senate and state House races. I think when a state is blue, you're looking at a state that's actually going to be looking out towards the average person and making sure that their lives improve, and not necessarily just big business and those who have, great incomes and things of that nature.
Well, let's go in the spirit of what our president-elect has put out there in that tone. There are no red states, no blue states.
Right.
We got the United States. So let's live on that premises, and I think we can achieve a lot more.
And can I clarify one thing right quick? Because I mentioned that was the Voting Rights Act. It's actually Section 5 of the Voting Rights Act that expired. That's what Congress needs to reduce. I don't want a person to think the Voting Rights Act expired, but it's Section 5 of that act that Congress has to reduce.
Thank you again, Senator Jones, and
thank you.
We look forward to seeing you again sometime soon.
Absolutely.
We thought we were going to be on another track right now, but no, we're on the same track. Another election is coming up January the 5th.
There you go. Absolutely.
Thanks again.